Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Tuesday, August 4th, 2015. In the Lynn-Body-Mind we have Ra and Asha, Pan and Luce. In the Jamie-Body-Mind we have Black Wolf, Fritz, and Betty Jean, other teammates in other dimensions. We don't know what our assignment is for the videoed portion of today's effort, so we are going to go with a non-directive intention to do what is ours to do in all dimensions right now, to provide a collective restart and in such a way to trigger the awakening and manifest the divine plan right now.
That's true.
With that, thank you. And with that, it begins. What can each of us do when we discover we're living in an environment where integrity is extremely rare?
That's true.
And it isn't only rare in the physical dimension, as the bigots in the non-physical wish to say.
Right, that's true.
Truth is extremely rare in the spirit world, and while the nature realms is ready to accept the concept of live the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
That's true.
When it comes to the reality of what that means, and not to single out the nature realm's presences, when it comes to the reality of what that means, they're saying, well, it's impossible to get anything done, and so I will ignore the search for truth. I will set that aside. It doesn't matter as much as getting this done, thereby showing with our actions that we think that other things do matter more than survival of the truth.
That's true.
Actions speak louder than words.
That's true.
What you do speaks so loudly I can't hear what you say.
That's true.
This is what hypocrisy is. That's what hypocrisy is saying one thing and doing another.
That's true.
So we see that hypocrisy is widespread, and it's everywhere actually. There's hypocrisy in the nature realms, there's hypocrisy in the spirit world, there's hypocrisy in the physical dimension.
That's true.
It seems to be everywhere. It's endemic.
That's true.
How does one live in such an environment? What can each of us do? How do we not just roll over into passive despair, which is a pattern that we see almost everywhere?
That's true. Up and down.
It's a good question.
That's true. What can I do?
Right now.
Right now.
And so here we see, for example, these body minds and the shared pillar that is the team of Team Takedown.
Yes.
And as that pillar passes through various sizes of the physical dimension, its character changes.
That's true.
For example, up in that size where Theo and Garth and Missy and Albert and more are working, and Pan.
Yes.
Also, they're working up there at that level.
That's true.
It feels, smells, looks, tastes, sounds a certain way.
That's true.
Coming down here into the Lynn-Body-Mind, Jamie-Body-Mind, Earth and its environs level, it feels, smells, tastes, sounds a certain way, differently. Moving down into the transport portal area where Betty Jean and her crew are working, it has its own sensory signals.
Experience, that's true.
Experience. Moving down into where Hank and Steve are at the end of the line, Outpost, which is continually moving down.
That's true.
It looks different, feels different, smells different, tastes different. But in all of those levels, we as souls, occupying souls, are present. And it's crucial that we be present to support the physical lives, or we're body snatchers.
That's true.
Now, that's the definition of a body snatcher, is to come into a body and just use it to accomplish our goals, our purposes, not taking into account the soul contract of the life, the ambient error patterns of the body-mind, and the immediate challenges and goals.
That's true.
Some time ago, the ambient error patterns were held up for examination. It was pointed out that we can use these as ballast.
That's true.
That as we, the souls, come into a body-mind, we can identify error patterns that we're willing to take on and work to rise above.
That's true.
That would be helpful. We can also identify ambient challenges, existing challenges in the life, and work to overcome them.
That's true.
There are many things that we can do. And what do I know? I know that all efforts in the physical dimension have two aspects to them.
Yes.
The first is the energetic aspect.
Yes.
Everything shifts first in the energetic aspect.
That's true.
And then in the physical dimension aspect of it.
That's true.
So we have issues in all levels. Garth, for example, is having a very hard time getting up off the couch and getting going on his soul plan.
That's true.
It just seems so unlikely. His assignment seems so unlikely.
And there seems like such a great distance from where he is now and where he needs to be in order to accomplish it. Absolutely,
because he hasn't even begun. He hasn't started where he is, done what he can do with what he has. True. He's just lying on the couch saying, well, that's impossible, I can't.
That's true.
But we know that we can start where we are, use what we have, do what we can. Thank you, Arthur Ashe.
That's true.
For putting it so well.
That's
we
true.
all know that. We all know that.
That's true.
And we notice that the souls who are occupying Lynn-Body-Mind and Jamie-Body-Mind are the same souls who are occupying Garth.
That's true.
And so if we know it here, we know it there as well.
That's true.
Let's not blame this on Garth. Let's not pin the tail on the donkey.
No.
Let's wear the tail loud and proud ourselves.
That's true.
It's for us to do to get Garth up and going.
That's true.
And now we see that in the Garth level, the Theo and Garth level, that both energy actions and physical actions are required.
Yes, it's true.
Because he's just lying on the couch not doing anything.
That's true.
Okay, so we seem to have the understanding of what is needed at the level of Garth and Theo. Would that be, does that feel true to you? Discover error patterns.
Yes.
Choose a ballast bag. Work with the ballast bag. It draws us into the life by trying to overcome the error pattern.
That's true.
It draws us into the life.
That's true.
Get those feet off the couch, onto the floor, get them standing up, get them moving. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, get going. You can do something. Don't worry about what you can't do. Focus on what you can do. Focus on what you can do and get going.
That's true.
It begins with the energy, but you know what shows us whether or not our energy work has been successful?
The response from the physical.
The response from the physical is one of the many gifts of a physical life.
That's true.
Meanwhile, we all need exercise because we're fat and flabby.
That's true.
We need to exercise our energetic muscle. If you can't get Garth off the couch, then you're out of shape.
That's true.
And who am I talking to? To us.
Me.
Me.
Us.
Me.
That's true.
It is us. We're all out of shape.
That's true.
Which we acknowledge.
Oh, God,
but this is the exercise. Get Garth off the couch. Now do we have a check mark for what to do in that level of physical dimension?
Now it feels like all heads are nodding.
All heads are nodding. Now we come into the next smaller level of physical dimension. Here we have Lynn-Body-Mind, Jamie-Body-Mind, Earth and its environs, but the Lynn-Body-Mind, Jamie-Body-Mind houses are where our souls are working.
Right, that's true.
And where we are working out of.
Right, that's true.
So here, the ambiance is different.
Yeah, that's true.
We see that here the physical actions are clicking along. These body minds are habitual in their efforts.
That's true.
These are working body minds. They just crank it out.
That's
crank,
true.
Crank. They go to sleep when they're exhausted.
That's true.
They wake up at the time they're supposed to wake up, and they start cranking again.
That's true.
That's not the disconnect.
No, not here.
However, we also see that these pillars are just caked inside and out.
That's true.
With the spill over from the tests and experiments that we have been conducting here to try to find something that works. And
that's true.
I feel like I'm a combination of Pan and Ra. It feels like both hands are on the microphone, and it's like we're the Pips singing behind Gladys Knight, and we're saying the same thing. Ooh, ah, I am the problem.
Right. I'm responsible for this.
I did this.
I did this.
I see this now. I see this now.
I see this.
And Luce is standing behind us, and he's saying his error pattern is different, but he sees that he too has brought in a lot of filth, and his has a lot of Vanovanov imprint stuck onto it.
That's true.
And what that means, I don't know. And I'm really more concerned with my own mess than with whatever Luce has to clean up.
That's true.
And we see how we cannot let Asha clean this up like we used to, because of course it's harmful or disrespectful to Asha, but it hurts us really bad.
That's true. It's way out of integrity.
We're so bigoted and prejudiced. Why are we letting her clean up after us all the time? That's something disgusting.
That's
and
true.
Gross. So I'm not going to make that mistake
That's
anymore.
true.
And I can see the pictures of how this energy body looked when Asha used to clean it all the time. Sparkly, light, bright, beautiful. It doesn't look possible that it's the same place.
That's true.
But it is the same place.
That's true.
Crusted over, caked on stuff and stains and things that are so bad that we think, well, surely that grout is black. But no, it's just filthy grout. Scrub it.
That's true. That's not carpet, that's mold.
That's right.
That's true. I, Black Wolf, have an error pattern of bringing people onto the team who should not be on the team for a variety of reasons, mainly that they're not trustworthy.
They have shady pasts.
Right, they've proven themselves to be not trustworthy. But
they're so good at whatever it is that the
Right.
situation is
And
calling
calling
for
for
that
it.
it seems worthwhile to have them, and maybe
That's
it is,
true.
but we have to clean up after.
that's true. That's true. The error seems to be not cleaning up after them.
It does.
It's like when a repairman comes in and his boots are dirty, he's come to repair the toilet, and thank goodness because the toilet is broken. But when he leaves and there's dirt on the floor, who should I talk to about sweeping the dirt on the floor? It's for me to do.
It's for me to do.
That's true.
It is for me to do.
And I, Fritz, I have an error pattern of not trying hard enough to do better, to exceed the mark that's been set.
Yes, and this is something that we often see in those who have been high performing for a really long time, is they're so used to doing way more than the assignment that they don't even have that mechanism built in. And what we see is the assignment bar is roughly up here, and what you've been doing is roughly down here.
That's true.
Thinking that you're probably well above the assignment bar,
Right, that's true.
but you're actually nowhere near it. And
That's
so
true.
when we intend to exceed the assignment bar, we
Yes,
start to realize, holy moly, I'm nowhere near it.
that's true. That's true.
And then to have the integrity to acknowledge, oh my goodness, look how bad I am. Look how terrible this
Look
work
how far
is.
under standard I am.
And then to start to wave the
Work,
learners.
right.
Well, first,
Right.
we will, of course, trying to raise it is how we notice we can't do it.
That's true.
Until we try to surpass the mark of
That's
the
true.
assignment, we don't even realize we haven't surpassed
Right.
it. We don't
That's
notice
true.
that we don't seem to be able to get
To
there.
get there.
And we
That's
can
true.
also ignore the fact that we don't seem to be able to get there. Check off the box as complete.
Right, that's
And then
true.
put another layer of filth onto our already smudged box of, quote, integrity.
That's true.
unquote.
That's true. And so then to waive the learner's permit. It doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to get there.
And to ask for the aspect of us who
That's
is
true.
in the up configuration right then,
Yes,
to
that's
make
true.
it better, to say
That's
make
true.
it better, make it better, make it better,
That's true.
make it better, make this right. I can't do it.
That's true.
And they may discover they also can't do it.
That's true.
But what we do notice is there are these big scrub brushes where the above person can hold one end and the below person can hold another.
That's true.
So the higher soul and lower soul aspects are working together.
That's true.
And when we have presences in multiple sizes of the physical dimension,
Yes.
for example, here from Lynn-Body-Mind, Jamie-Body-Mind,
Yes.
we can spot up through Garth, Theo, Albert, Missy,
That's true.
to those who are above in the control room in the non-physical.
Yes, that's true.
And you can see these big brushes where we all have handles, and they almost look like those lumberjack axes. That
That go back and forth, but up and down in this case.
And scrub brushes.
Yes, that's true.
And then we can look down, like Luce has an aspect who's down there with Hank and Steve at the end of the line Outpost.
That's true.
So he actually goes all the way down to the very bottom.
That's true. And Beijing goes all the way down to the very bottom.
Well, she goes to the transport portal.
Oh, I could be seeing someone else that just looks like her down there.
No, she does seem to be down there. Look at that.
That's
You're
my
right.
story.
Well, but she's also
at the transport portal. That's true.
And I, Ron, know that I'm going down there soon, but I have to fulfill my obligation here that I've just been conveniently ignoring for a really long time.
That's true.
And it counts. Integrity counts for so much more than we think it does. I made a commitment less than 3 months ago, and I've just been stinking at it, pretending that I didn't make the commitment.
That's true.
And Asha did the same thing. I made a commitment 3 months ago, and then I almost immediately let go of that commitment. Almost immediately.
That's true. And Paul technically did the same thing, but this body-mind really doesn't want Paul around right now.
Well, Paul did the same thing. It's not technically.
Paul did the same thing.
If he had been keeping his commitment, the body-mind would want him around.
That's true.
Well, one thing we've said in the classes, and this is like level 1 Sunday morning talk.
That's true.
Don't lie to your body. It only works the first time.
That's true.
After that, your body won't believe you, and then you will have lost the ability to heal yourself.
That's true.
This is the point.
Yeah.
How much integrity counts. Integrity counts for so much more than we think it does.
That's true.
In all aspects of self, in
That's
all
true.
layers of self, in all sizes of physical, and in all heights of non-physical.
That's
Integrity
true.
counts for so much more than we think it does.
That's true.
It begins with truth.
That's
It
true.
begins with truth. Let's get this clean. Let's keep our commitment.
That's true.
Keep our promise. Today is house cleaning day. At the level of Garth and Theo, what's needed is get into the bodies, get the ballast in, and get that body up and going. Get into action. Here, it's more like, let's us, the soul team, keep our promises.
That's true.
Develop some credibility.
It's true.
The bodies don't believe us anymore.
No.
And I can understand why.
Right. I haven't done what I promised I would do at all.
Right.
That's true.
Each of us, we have seen the problem.
It is me.
It is us.
That's true.
But we have a mess here. And
That's
you know
true.
how we'll know that we don't? Something will work. Something will happen. We'll get a 3D signal.
That's true.